You gain superpowers.
I gained superpowers. Also, man, Jesus Christ, this is so hard. I'm using FE and TI at the same time now. Oh man. Okay, and basically when I was a kid, I had like a witch that pulled me under the bed, and I think this is this is where everything changed. I had like a witch with red eyes that was trying to like stalk me every single time. Where everything changed. Yeah, yeah. That tried to like stalk me, and basically I wanted to go to the white light where my mom was partying, and as I went to open the door, I noticed that she grabbed me before I reached to the door handle, and she would pull me under the bed. But also at the same time, I had the weirdest things happen in my life. I ended up having psychosis only for one day, where I heard amplifications from my thumb of an airplane noise, and basically I had walls like collapsing on me, like 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 squeezing me together in a claustrophobic like state. And I used to run to my mom, and I used to sleep with my mom because of the terror of all of what was going on. And basically, I don't know, over time I was kind of like that person who wants to intellectually challenge society, wants to challenge nature, and wants to, I don't know, be intellectual. I was a conspiracy theorist from birth. So I thought like I had a ENFJ life.
Yeah,
INFJ, sorry.
conspiracy
INFJ.
theorist ENFJ sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like awesome, right? And
It's like
basically,
a cult formula.
yeah, yeah. It's like, Soul Pancakes. Do you know that guy? He
No,
ba-
soul pancakes?
Soul Pancakes. Wait, slowly walks away. What do you mean slowly? No, no. Oh, yeah, INFJ. You, the way I perceived INFJs at birth was kind of through my sensitivity and flirtatiousness. That's at first. I would go like, yeah, that was me at birth. I'll go like, yeah. And then basically that built me the mindset, I guess, of being sort of an INFJ by being pretty vulnerable. So that would be the opposite of my functions as an ENFJ, and I would understand how to be invert of myself, and that was pretty helpful, I guess. Don't you walk away? Do not leave. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, it's just, sorry, I'm just really, yeah, FE is really jumpy in a sense. It wants to try to incorporate every single detail into possibility in the moment. Attributing down dick flip my NFP to the internet. Really? Clown dick flip. That's cool. So who's the clown dick? Was he an ENTP type of personality? And basically, I was reading about the U.S. power grid system. I was reading about Morgellons. It's kind of like a scientist type of guy at birth. And that kind of gave me that idea that, and I was an avoidant child to begin with in school. So a lot of the time I was actually spending a lot of time alone, rather thinking about what it's like to have air blow in your face, rather than, let's say, sorry, I'm just falling through the moment right now. Instead of rather having to socialize with other people. So with that nature, it was kind of like ENFJ, INFJ nature, truly. And it kind of made a hybrid confusion between me and in my mind. And from that moment on, I was, able to differentiate one over the other, because eventually I had to make choices and I was pushed by other people. So I think I kind of made a choice into extroversion. And I think that kind of what defines the structuralist nature of a person's mind. But like the idea is, if you take in rationalities and irrationalities and you mix them together, you get an output of INFJ thinking, I guess. That's how I see it. And then ENFJ is kind of the rational type. So it's somebody who always wants to like make the moment the best thing for what it is. So taking these two natures, you could kind of work, but you'd never want to be stereotyped because you will lose your individual identity as well. So it was a battle between three concepts that manifested into the understanding of choosing the right thing, the thing that you want to do or achieve most in your life. So it was really a form of motivation that gets you going. And plus the idea and the desire for leadership. And as a orange personality type, that was like boisterous, you know, all with all that like nature, weird nature, very outgoing, very savage nature. It brings a person to you know, disorganized understandings of self-identification, and that creates the idea of free space for other thinking, for other ways of perceiving things over other individuals of general nature. So yeah, that's how it kind of happened. And then just at birth, I was just very different in my mind. So I was able to see perspectives. And a lot of the times I see more than originally people see, and I could read people like a book, which made everything a lot more difficult and for being or understanding how to understand yourself, because you understand others and then you understand others and why they understand yourself. So when you try to understand yourself, you'll need to understand others to understand yourself. And it's kind of like a combination of everything combined together. And the idea of just being a rebel really puts you on the spot there. So yeah, that's how it came to be, sort of. But now I'm freaking tired. Yeah. So what do you think? What's your outlook on it all?
On life, what do you
On
describe
life.
the way you perceive the way you evolve?
Yes. And that was the theory that you were interested in knowing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically how it went. And I had 150 SQ intelligence. So when I was a kid, I was able to be so intelligent that I already knew if somebody, let's say, wanted to lure me or who wanted to bully me in advance before it even happened. And then I ended up fighting all the bullies. I ended up conquering lots of territory for public interest. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, man. I was pretty smart. You know, when I was a kid, I was already mature, but I decided to behave immaturely. That was my nature. I don't know if anyone was similar. And yeah, and also a lot of the times when you have I don't know how to put it, but it's like neglect at home, or not really neglect, but not really emotional parents. Sort of like my dad's a ESTJ, my mom's like a ENTJ, INFP type of personality. Then you will understand the side of the FI, FE, TE,
Yeah, yeah.
TI, and all the motives for every single type combined together. But judging what you see, what do you think my type is? Like, do you think it's just ENFJ, or it's actually like a hybrid type of a couple?
I know, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Not sure. It's kind of difficult, yeah. Do you? And I was
But
wondering,
you seem pretty NFJ.
pretty ENFJ, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't really like FE all that much. He's EFPP.
You don't like FE that much.
No, not really. No, I feel like it's well, to me, no. I like it externally, but when it turns externally on me, I don't like it, because then I end up getting all emotional and I end up not being able to say my facts when I actually have facts that I want to say in general.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's kind of how it goes. It's kind of like an interference. It's like a noise filter, the way I see it, and it doesn't let me speak out.
Maybe that has to do with the things in your life that you have to resolve to
Yeah.
appreciate your FE, because I have FE as my fourth function, and I've been in the last 5 months, I think. In the last months, I've been practicing my FE, because I felt that in order to be successful in life, I must be more social and not so close, not so nervous.
Yeah, yeah.
And since I don't have any, I don't deal with things emotionally normally because I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
so my using my
So
FE
it's just like,
always feels like a show. It's a fun game, although it's tiring.
mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Because you're kind of the opposite of me. But what made FE kind of a show? Is it what made it kind of seem like you come from the perspective of, see, ENFJs? I know it all. Like I already get the full picture. Like when I was a kid, I already got most of that thing. Who is what, and based on what is who, and and that's kind of the idea. Like for example, ENFJs. Like I'll be straight up. We have like narcissism, maybe inborn narcissism. So I perceive INTPs and INTJs would have some forms of psychopathy, and narcissism and psychopathy are similarly related to each other. And that's just how I see it. I mean, there is no other way to put it, and that is the idea. So I'm wondering, because narcissists on a level, I'm 20% narcissistic, 100%. On a level, they end up not feeling emotions because their emotions end up being dead inside. So there is actually another practical understanding as to how people come to be who they are, who, you know, how they manifest their personality type. And through that, that's what makes it confusing for me to understand. Because a lot of the times I could also think just exactly like an unemotional person and as an emotional person. So
Yeah,
it
the
makes,
way I
yeah, I don't even need to. I don't like you know, like uh how do I put it rightfully? You kind of lagged up, I think. Shit. Oh, he's coming back. Oh, the fuck's are you?
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Oh, hold on. I should be asleep. It's already morning.
It's all to. Wait, I'm sorry. My
No.
PC froze.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. Makes sense. Add me, man. I'll tell you about it also more.
But are you a confident person?
Yes, I'm pretty
Yeah,
confident.
that's a big plus because I love the NFJs, normally girls, the NFJs.
Yeah,
They're very compatible because normally I'm a very weird guy,
yeah,
even when I'm in the streets. And the NFJs always take my weirdness as something genuine.
mm-hmm.
They don't look at me and think, oh, this guy is just weird. I don't want to talk to him. They think he's a genuine person. He's not going to present to me
Yeah,
as a persona, someone fake. So
yes,
normally that's a plus because I can be myself around them.
that's good. That's a very good quality to have, and it's really hard sometimes, especially when things go wrong. But I mean, I could go out of my way and become different in a sort of sense of following the understanding of what is needed to be done in society, what needs to be done right. So, for example, about confidence, right? We speak about that. I could literally channel my subconscious mind to people. Like I made a
Wow.
video where I channel my thoughts to people. Like I could do that. Well, it's kind of cringy. I don't really want to show it because it's cringy a little bit, but
I love
basically,
cringy stuff.
you love cringy stuff. Okay. All right, I'll show you because it sounds bad to me, but people like it, I guess. Okay,
But
here it
the
is.
thing, I'm normally a very awkward guy in some situations. And, since I'm starting to exercise, I'm always trying to exercise my FE. The more tired I get, the more awkward my social stretches go become. You know?
Yeah. So wait. Are you trying to mimic? So you said you like being